RENPHO Smart Treadmill. Let's break this thing down. So since this is a treadmill and it's big, let's kick this off with looks and how is it gonna look sitting in your house? Well, it's a treadmill. It looks like a treadmill. So I'll let the footage on the screen help you make your own decision, but in my case, it's kind of minimal. It's not bulky or just too large, and I appreciate that. I like the bold lettering. I like the blue here. The display looks nice. So overall, I think it's fine. I think it does a great job. It looks good in your house. It does what it's supposed to do from that perspective. So it passes, but I'll let you really decide on your own. Next up is build quality, and structurally, this thing seems to be very well built. At no point do I feel like, oh, they took a shortcut here, or they should have done a better job and put more effort in there. It just seems like a machine that's been built out very well and built to last. On that note, I'm 6'3", 220 pounds, so when I use this, I'm putting a bit of a beating into it. And on the other side of the spectrum, my 3 kids have been testing it, and they don't quite know how to treat something like an adult would and be careful and use it in a way that would help it last. They kind of just go full force right into it. And this has held up to me and them just fine. So every impression I get is that this is built to last, that it's a good quality unit because it has done a great job handling us. And between the 4 of us, we've been using this a lot and there has been no issues. It's still like the day we got it. Storage. If you want a treadmill that you can fold up so it's not always taking up all that space in your house, this one does a great job with it. If you want to lift it up and put it in a fold mode, it is so easy. You do not need to be strong or anything like that. A couple of fingers for me, I could lift it right up, it'll fold up, snap into place, and hold really well. When you're ready for it to come back down, you just push the shock in with your foot, it'll start lowering, comes down nice and soft, works like a champ. And also, if you do want to move this thing around while it's folded, it is very easy to move, which surprised me because it's big, you're kind of awkward, it's weight in different places, it's a big old treadmill, but I was able to move this thing around very well. So if you do think you might want to do that, no big deal there either. So moving on to the actual treadmill experience, and I'm going to talk about my usage of this and how well I thought it worked as far as a treadmill goes itself, and then I'll start talking about some of the features that I really thought stood out on this and that I enjoyed. And from a usage standpoint, all those basic things that you expect from a treadmill worked great. The belt was smooth, it handled my weight well, I was able to walk, jog, get moving pretty quick, and it was nice and smooth and worked exactly what you wanted and felt good on my body. The buttons that you used to make adjustments, they all worked very well, they were very responsive, and you were able to make small changes. You don't have to make big jumps, there are a bunch of micro adjustments, so if you want to go just a barely bit faster, barely a bit slower, you're going to be able to do that with ease. Everything responded, changed, and worked really well as far as that goes. You know how a lot of YouTubers always mention hitting the like button? Well, there's a reason for that. It helps us reach new audiences. It helps us with all the work we put in these videos. If you could, I appreciate it. I'm done. Back to the video. Incline functionality was also really nice. I noticed it's very smooth when it changes. So as it goes up or goes down, you almost don't notice it's going up and down. It's so quiet and so smooth. So I actually really enjoyed that. And once it gets to that elevation or that different incline level, you do notice that you can feel different muscles engaging. So that is really nice from changing the workout or just getting a different experience. Next up is comfort. And something I didn't realize is how much this right here can move up and down as you use it. And I mean this in a positive way. I watched the footage of making this video and realized it moves up and down. It has a shock absorption to it. And what this does is allows it to be easier on your body. Your joints don't take as much impact. It's overall easier on your body. So as you're working out, you don't feel that movement. It just feels comfortable, but your body feels less impact. So you're able to use this longer and not feel maybe sore the next day or just when you got done feeling like, oh man, my body just took too much of the brunt force of that movement I was doing, the jogging up and down. It's just overall comfortable and nice on the body. So I actually really appreciated that. And that was something that I really took away from this experience, just how comfortable it was. And as far as that display right in front of you as you work out, it was very easy to read. The numbers on the screen are very vibrant, very clear, so you're able to see exactly what you do. And as you make other adjustments and things are changing, it updates very quickly and very easy to read. All that experience added to it was very nice as well. And as far as problems, the only thing I ran into is that when I was in full sprint mode, I noticed that the belt got a little bit less smooth. Now, I almost didn't include this in the video because I really think it's a non-issue. Because unless you are 220 pounds, full out sprinting and kind of jumping like a gazelle on this thing, you're probably never going to run into this. This is just because I was pushing it to the extreme. Unless I was testing this unit, I would never use a treadmill like that. I would never go full out and run like I was. Every other experience, every real use situation where I was just running on this, jogging, walking, it felt smooth and it worked very well with me. So unless you hit those criteria and you want to use it more to that extreme level, you're gonna be just fine. But I include it because I always try to include everything I find, and that was one little thing I did notice. Now, as far as other features built into this that I really enjoyed, it has a sound bar through the whole console, and you can sync to this through Bluetooth. So if you want to listen to anything, music or whatever, you can do that. So personally, I like to put my iPhone or tablet right there because it does have a tablet holder, and put on some educational stuff. You learn about the financials or stuff like that. So that way I can work out, learn, and do that all at once. Very nice, because then the sound's blasting right at you from the front. So that was very enjoyable for me. Something I haven't mentioned yet is the companion app that goes with this. So on your phone or tablet, you can download the app, sync it to this treadmill, and it will allow you to do additional things. And one of the things that I really enjoyed is the workout experience. So you're able to do pre-programmed workouts that are at different levels and will automatically adjust the resistance and the incline. So that way you're being challenged. You take it out of your hands. So if you don't want to be in control, you want it to push you, it's going to be changing that, and based on the levels that you chose, to give you a workout that's not consistent, and that's gonna hold you accountable. It's gonna tell you, we're going this fast now, we're going up this hill, and you have to follow along with those. And that is enjoyable, just to have it take control and you have to try to power through. And as far as my top features go, another thing that I really appreciate is tracking. When it comes to exercise, you want to know what you did. You want to look towards improving, and you want to be able to build on stats. And those are motivational factors, and this allows you to do that. You can see how far you've worked out. You can see your workout history, and just having the information there and knowing that, oh, I've been keeping up this consistency, and if I don't go work out today, I'm going to lose that, and just trying to keep things going, and just having those motivational pieces there to keep you moving forward and keep you doing what the whole reason you bought something like this is, helps out with all of that. So I did appreciate that, and just having the information automatically sync over when you're done with the workout. It says, here you go, I got all the workout details. It's in here for you forever. I really, really enjoyed that. And I'm gonna wrap this up by talking about value. A lot of times when you buy a treadmill, a bike, a rower, they are expensive. And you start to debate, am I getting enough value out of this? Does it have enough bells and whistles compared to the cost that I am spending a lot of money on to get the value out of? And am I even gonna use it enough, again, to get the value out of? Well, with something like this, it brings a great balance, which means it has a high value, at least for me. Because this unit right here, I believe, is less than $1,000, which is a good price point compared to a lot of other treadmills, bikes, rowers that are out there. But it's not just a bare bones treadmill that you would expect at this price point. You get to sync your app, you get the sound bar, you get the history, you get the workout companion. There are a lot of extras that you get out of this solution, but not at that high price point. You also don't have to pay a monthly fee like you do with a lot of those other products that I've talked about. So you just buy this and you're on your way, you're moving forward, no additional money to spend. So from a value perspective, if a treadmill is something you're looking for, and you don't need something that's just crazy million bells and whistles, just something that's gonna still motivate you and do a good job, this really hits the mark on the value side. So if that's where you fall, it could be a great match for you. But in short, a very high quality treadmill that folds and moves easy, has some great features and functionality built into it so that you feel like you're getting a lot for the price point. If that helped you out, and I hope it did, please hit that like button for me. Helps so much, I definitely appreciate it. Subscribe to stay on top of everything where health and technology meet. And until next time, here's to a healthier you, and have a good one.